Hello everyone, I'm Chris Erickley. We're talking about the Kings of Hammers race in Johnson Valley. It's the largest four-wheeling recreation area in the United States. Joining us now is the Executive Director of Hammer King Productions, which puts on the King of Hammers race every February in Johnson Valley, Dave Cole. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first question, if you could describe the King of Hammers race and tell us why this part of Johnson Valley is so perfect for the race.
King of Hammers is basically a combination of rock crawling, so jeeping through big rocks, but then we also combined it with open desert racing. So we go fast in the desert and climb up big rocks in the rock canyons. It's kind of a hybrid race.
And as far as tourism dollars bringing money into the area, how much money does the race and just off-roading in general bring to the area?
We did a survey a few years back, and we had it pegged in at $75 million annually to the local economy. That is just hotels and gas and food and everything else that goes into there. There's 500,000 or 600,000 user days of people going out and using the area over a course of a year.
Now, a Marine spokesman says that Congressman Paul Cook's proposal does not provide the space required to allow Marines to train. The Marine Corps says its proposal was developed in response to public comments and was designed to preserve 44,000 acres of land for off-road recreation use.
They're not offering up 44,000, they're taking 140,000. There's 188,000 acres out there, so when they're saying they're offering up 44,000, what they're doing is leaving 40,000 after they take the rest. It's not so much about the quantity of acres. What makes Johnson Valley so special is the diversity of the land that's there and the things we can do up there. And the 40,000 acres that they propose to leave is really just flat desert. I mean, it's actually someone from the Marine Corps, we finally got through them a little bit, and they said, I understand we're asking you to share Disneyland, but we're only giving you the parking lot. And that's really what it comes down to. I'm the son of a veteran. My dad's a retired lieutenant colonel. I want the Marines to be trained, but the Marines identified 5 different ways that they can meet their training needs without taking public land. And all we're trying to do is find some kind of mediation where the Marines can absolutely be trained and be the fighting force that protects our country, but also still maintains public land so we can still recreate here. I mean, we lost over 50% of the California desert, and Johnson Valley now accounts for 50% of what's left. If you take 3/4 of that, we're down to almost nothing. So it's a fight we're fighting.
So ideally, kind of explain what would be the perfect scenario in your mind.
Paul Cook, congressman from the 8th District, came up with an alternative. Actually, it was a very slight modification to what the Marines proposed, which is Alternative 4, and it has them doing their training exercises starting in Johnson Valley and moving on to the existing base now. And what that does is it doesn't produce that producing ordnance on the land, and they could use it for 6 to 8 weeks out of the year, and it could be opened up for the public the rest of the time. They would still meet all their training needs as they have already determined, and we'd still be able to keep the land open to the public as well.
And how long is it going to take for this process to play out?
Well, that bill that I just described was already passed through Congress, through the House of Representatives, and it's in Senate right now. It has gone unopposed. It went unopposed through Congress, through the House of Representatives, and where we're at right now is it is going to be. It really comes down to Senator Feinstein is going to offer alternative language at this point. So we're trying to negotiate through that now and figure out what it looks like.
This area in Johnson Valley is obviously very special to a lot of off-roaders. Explain personally for you what makes the area so special.
It's a place that we go. I mean, I got married at the top of Jackhammer, which is the trails out there, at the top of a mountain. It's the place we go with our kids. It's what we do to get outdoors and get away from, everything that has become urban life every place else. I mean, you get away from the asphalt, you get away from, so many city lights that you can't see the stars. You're just out in beautiful country and just enjoying it with friends and family.
All right, Dave, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right, well, that does it for this discussion on the Johnson Valley debate between off-road fans and the military. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to stay tuned right here on PE.com for the latest on this story.